Thank you for your interest in this CB1100s, actually both of them. I'm going to take some time here to go ahead and film a walk around video of both bikes and highlight some of the blemishes and kind of give you an idea of how they sit next to each other back to back as mentioned. So yeah, just to get this kicked off, you know, some of the things that I was noting like corrosion and stuff like that does exist, especially on the forks for this one. Another major thing that I did make sure to point out was that right there. As far as the actual bike itself, on the sides and stuff, you know, got a little bit of wear right there. It doesn't line up to be drop damage, but this might kind of tell me that it is. Doesn't quite line up elsewhere on the bike, so hard to say. This is the famous front fender that we're waiting for. In person, it's honestly kind of hard to tell what's going on there, but that's a non-factor considering that would be replaced with our deal. Pretty soon I'm going to be cutting over to the Deluxe edition. Here's some of the fading that we will be trying to buff out of the CB1100 base. That's pretty much what we're looking at here. So I'll go ahead and cut the video and go over to the Deluxe now. So now looking here at the Deluxe right next to the base, we can see some of the corrosion that, you know, we're also talking about here show up now on the valve covers. Some of the corrosion there. Here's the main drop damage. It did look like it got refinished on the drop bar itself, so it does kind of blend in a little bit there. Here's where also some of the drop damage exists. They're on the lever and on the bar end, and just a hair on the mirror. Kind of hard to tell. Another place this shows up, turn signal and exhaust. Of course, we did confirm this turn signal is still operational. Some of the corrosion on the rear pegs. Rear pegs and valve cover. I'm also going to note some here on the triple tree. Definitely a blemish that's harder to see there. Also another one that's kind of tough to see is some of this, it's hard to explain this, but definitely it looks like some damage from installing a fork brace, which this is a very worthy modification. It gives you extra feel on the front end. I have that on my Ninja 400, really good mod. Bang for buck for sure. So that's pretty much them back to back.